The audio recording of Ray J seemingly threatening Fabolous he'd send Diddy to grape him has resurfaced again. However, the streets are saying Fabolous is too scared to speak out against Diddy because he's being blackmailed by some freak-off tapes.
Man, get Fab on the line right now. I'll smack the out that.
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone, that light, and they gonna wake that. Bend that nigga over and stick it in that booth.
All right.
Are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
A guy in the building. Hey yo, this guy right here, one of the hip hop entrepreneur, young legends. He's in my gang. He gets money. Yes, he does.
Yes, I'm inspired though. God is good.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because it seems like a thing.
I miss
this birthday party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
But wait, what does this say about Ray J? How come he was so bold to publicly threaten Fabolous with grape? Is this proof that Ray J is a handler for Diddy and the higher-ups? Let's break it down.
One question though.
When I hit Slay, he ain't gonna be able to even stay in his own town because I got some goons out there that's gonna get him too.
Ray J is once again in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons after audio resurfaced of him threatening Fabolous and saying he'd get one of his male friends to grape him. And of course, fans are convinced Ray J was referring to Diddy. Now, to give you some context, Ray J's beef with Fabolous dates back over 10 years, and it was sparked by an HBO clip of Ray J singing at a Floyd Mayweather house party.
Coming to you live, we got a serious concert that we got to attend to. Concert in my living room. You know, that's how we do. On 24/7. That's right. Everybody, I'm gonna grab somebody's hand.
After seeing this, Fabolous hopped on Twitter to tease Floyd for saying there was a serious concert in his living room only for it to be Ray J at the piano. Fabolous wrote, "Nah, but Floyd saying he having a concert in my living room and the camera cuts to Ray J singing One Wish on the piano had me in tears." But this whole situation escalated when Ray J called into the Breakfast Club after feeling disrespected by Fabolous and went on a wild rant. He claimed that he'd already punched Fabolous at an after-party for insulting him and Floyd, and during the rant, Ray J also mentioned Diddy, implying that Diddy might have been the one encouraging him to punch Fabolous.
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'm going to smack you up again, fool.
All right, so Ray J,
That's all
let's
I'm saying. And Ray J got beat up. I'm in the face, man.
You punched Fab in the face.
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that send a picture of his face right now.
I said, so you went up to him at the after party.
I'm with the
what
money
happened?
team right now. We all over here. I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside of Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a sucker.
Okay, now Ray J, let me ask you. So he didn't hit you back?
Look, check this out. No disrespect. Like, shout out to my big bro Diddy because he tried to really be like, look.
Tell me calm down, brother.
I'm ready for this, man.
All right.
Straight up. Bitch ass.
Thank you, Ray.
Man, I hate to see people so mad like that. I don't want Ray J to do nothing crazy.
I was with Puff last night and I said, Puff, he said, listen, if anybody talks about me, I'm going to smack them in the face. And I said, you know what? You know, you right.
But it didn't end there. Ray J took it to a whole different level and threatened that if Fabolous didn't apologize publicly, he would get one of his male friends to grape him.
Charlemagne, Envy, Angela Yee, I promise you, I'ma have Fab call up there, and he's gonna apologize to the Breakfast Club. He's gonna apologize to me for being a broke ass. That whole team, I'ma smack the out that bitch ass.
Try to get Fab on the line and squash.
Man, get Fab on the line right now. I'll smack out that nigga.
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone, that light. And they gonna wake that, bend that nigga over and stick it in.
All right, Ray.
The following day, Fabolous called in and denied the punch ever happened. He didn't apologize either and instead suggested that Ray J was high and insisted their confrontation was blown out of proportion and never became physical.
More war than a war between Ray J and me. You know what I'm saying? It's high and coked up or on pills and... You know, his rant, I heard this hilarious to me. First and foremost, joke to me. Like, it's not, I'm taking it serious on the side of where he's where he thinks that I'm that he should do that too, but I'm laughing at his whole character. Like, there's nobody that believes Ray J is gangster to that point unless he's gonna prove it. So at this point now, he's gonna have to prove all of this funny that he was saying on World Star. I mean, on the Breakfast Club. But it's like, yo, don't, because while he's talking to me, he's like touching my shoulder and like tapping me on the chest and like, you know, just talking. So I'm like, yo, if you're serious, like, let's this end this. Like, first of all, don't touch me no more. Don't touch my body in any form or way. Don't touch me. So he's like, what you mean don't touch you, Fab? And I said what I just said. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, he leaned back and then he like pushed off of me at my chest. So then when he pushed off of me, I jumped back to him and I grabbed him up. So I grabbed him up. It was no fight. It was no swing. This whole story that he made up, that whole Tupac rant about him swinging on somebody and all that shit, all lies.
Fabolous also responded to Ray J's threat of rape by saying this speaks volumes about the type of people Ray J associates with.
I don't know what kind of niggas you roll with that say that rape niggas and all that, but they're not anybody over here on this side.
But then things took an even darker turn. That recording of Ray J threatening Fabolous recently resurfaced right in the middle of the new disturbing allegations surrounding Diddy, and fans are now convinced Ray J was referring to Diddy, especially given Diddy's previous questionable behavior around Fabolous. Most fans remember that awkward Drink Champs episode where Diddy repeatedly called Nori daddy and asked Fabolous if he missed him.
Love this Drink
Where you
Champs.
put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you scrambling and scraping.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing. I got
Yeah,
notes
there you
and
go.
shit.
Got your notes.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a
that
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man?
Yeah,
what was your wish for this year?
So I got a cool vibe. I spent some of the time with my kids. I went out, grabbed a bag, and I spent some more time with my kids. And you know what I mean? I felt like I was a milestone age. I'm gonna have a party, and we had parties, but I was more like just trying to just vibe, like just see where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real?
Diddy then pressed Fabolous on why they never partied together, and Fabolous looked not just visibly uncomfortable but borderline terrified. He even tried to reassure Diddy that they had already partied before, almost like he was trying to say, please don't make me do it again.
Because it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but man, you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes.
Now Jay Kiss and Nori quickly stepped in to change the subject, but Diddy then started talking about that night in Vegas with Ray J after the Floyd Mayweather fight. And at one point, Diddy mentioned that Ray J was there to be with his brother.
Ray J came with me.
Get the f out
He did? Ray J came to Vegas with me.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that
came to
part of the
Vegas with
story.
me. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm
Do you
saying?
remember what type of
You feel
drugs
like
it was when Ray
I'm
J
saying
was
he's
on?
at home. You know what I'm saying? Ray J is
all
here
right.
at home with his
He's
brother.
my friend. I love him.
Daddy, we in Vegas.
By the way, Fabolous recently admitted on Instagram that he once had to sneak out of a Diddy party because things got way too out of hand. He wrote, I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and slid. Once it was 7 a.m., you ever get peer pressured into going to the afters? You really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up? One more question. You ever said you was going to the bathroom and left? Since Ray J recently made waves by defending Diddy and saying we shouldn't tear him down, a lot of people are now saying Ray J is most likely a handler for Diddy and his mentor, Clive Davis. So it's no secret that Ray J and Diddy have been close for years, and there's plenty of footage out there showing Ray J hanging out at Diddy's mansion.
There we go. Oh, it may be. Yeah. Not playing. Big Draco, big love. Yeah.
All 2021.
Yeah. That's what's up. We just out here enjoying life. Yeah, love. 2021, love. 2021, love.
With ongoing rumors linking Clive Davis to Whitney Houston's death and Ray J being one of the last people to see her alive, Ray J's rumored handler role is back in the spotlight. Multiple industry insiders have suggested that Clive and Diddy could have used Ray to silence women like Whitney and Wendy Williams. As you all know, the night Whitney passed, she was scheduled to perform at Clive's Grammy Awards party at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. According to the official story, Whitney's assistant found her unresponsive, face down in the tub. However, Jaguar Wright claimed that it was actually Brandy, Ray J's sister, who discovered Whitney, and she also said that Ray J slipped out of Whitney's room just before the incident occurred.
Everybody knew he was in that hotel with Whitney. A phone call was made to a drug dealer, even though Whitney had just gotten out of rehab. Ray J left, the drug dealer came in, the next person that come in is Brandy, and she find Brandy dead, and Clive says, Whitney would have wanted us to party on anyway, you must be out of your...
Wow.
They were rolling the dead body out of the fucking hotel and celebrating. Like, you can't even say it was a repast because she hadn't even had an autopsy.
By the way, there's this paparazzi footage that surfaced, supposedly showing Ray J sneaking out of the Beverly Hilton and covering his face shortly after Whitney was found. And then there's Luella Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, who accused Ray J of acting sketchy that night at the Beverly Hilton, and she openly referred to Ray J as a runner boy, implying he was Whitney's supplier. But that's not all. Reports are going around that Diddy allegedly enlisted Ray for another shady mission to silence Wendy Williams and prevent her from exposing his secrets. Wendy and Diddy have had a long-standing feud going all the way back to the 90s, when Wendy started exposing Diddy's DL lifestyle. According to Diddy's former bodyguard, John Deal, Diddy even had Wendy removed from her radio show after she got her hands on some photos of Diddy and another man.
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down, and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing to he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station. Wow. That's the power he had.
And then Jaguar Wright recently pointed out that Wendy was the first to call out Diddy and his thugs. And Jaguar even suggested that Diddy likely silenced her the same way he allegedly did with his ex, Kim Porter.
Was that
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening to Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection to?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
And let's not forget, Wendy didn't just expose Diddy's rumored DL lifestyle, she also had intel on different shady activities he was involved in, including alleged crimes. Wendy was also ahead of the curve and warning about Cassie's safety. In fact, 3 years before Cassie finally escaped Diddy, Wendy was already raising alarms about him. Looking at Wendy now, it's hard not to think that Diddy might have been involved in her guardianship and ongoing health issues. By the way, Wendy's best friend of more than 40 years, Regina Shell, recently shared with The Sun that there's something sinister about Wendy's guardianship, and she even hinted that Wendy has been forced into silence. Regina said, "Talking is Wendy's life. Her whole claim to fame is talking. and I don't think she would be this quiet unless she was forced to be quiet. And get this, Stunna Girl also recently dropped a huge allegation accusing Ray J of getting Wendy hooked on substances. Stunna Girl took to her IG stories to call Ray J out and reminded everyone how he supposedly led Wendy on a wild substance binge just before Wendy's health deteriorated. Instead of constantly being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that binge, gang. Now going back to Fabolous, he's been keeping a very low profile since the first Diddy allegations dropped, and the streets are saying Fab won't say anything because he knows Diddy's got a whole bunch of freak-off tapes with his name on them. So after Diddy cornered Fabolous during that viral Drink Champs interview back in 2017, talking about why they never partied together, a lot of people said they felt sorry for Fabolous because it looked like he was scared for his dear life. But here's the thing, Fabolous ended up partying with Diddy many times after this interview, so he clearly wasn't that scared. Even after that time when Fabolous said he had to sneak out of the bathroom window at one of Diddy's parties, he still continued to hang out with Diddy. In fact, just a few months before Cassie dropped her lawsuit in November 2023, Fabolous was spotted partying with Diddy in Miami. Now, rumors are flying around that Fabolous is being blackmailed and that Diddy has more than one wild freak-off tape featuring Fabolous. With everything happening right now with Diddy's federal case, it's no wonder Fabolous has stayed silent. People are speculating that the fear of what Diddy has on him is preventing him from speaking out. However, fans are divided when it comes to Fabolous. While some are saying it's possible Diddy spiked his drink and did some non-consensual things to him, others don't have a lot of sympathy for Fabolous, and they're saying he was probably a willing participant in those freak-offs.
Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stopped. Then he was like, yo, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the this nigga just say?
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why
Diddy and Ross, which are good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Kevin. They're all gay.
50 Cent has all the dirt on Diddy, and he's not afraid to expose it. Picture this, it's the early 2000s, a time of bling, scandals, and hip-hop royalty, and smack dab in the middle of it all, the one and only Sean Diddy Combs. He's living large, making bank, and rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in the game. But behind the scenes, there's a whole lot more going on than meets the eye. If you thought Diddy's life was wild before, buckle up, because it's about to get even crazier. We're talking affairs, rumors, lawsuits left and right, and now 50 Cent has details about Diddy's affairs with some famous rappers. Yes, Meek Mill is one of them, and there's more claims of revenge videos leaking. It's like a never-ending roller coaster ride. But what's the deal with Diddy and his rap buddies? Is there more to their relationship than meets the eye? Diddy's been making headlines, and not the good kind. You know how 50 Cent's been calling out Diddy's suspicious behavior for ages, right? Well, it turns out he might have been onto something all along. Rumor has it, there's a list floating around of celebrity rappers who've been cozying up to Diddy. Yeah, you heard that right. Rumors about his shady deals with young stars like Usher and Bieber are swirling allegations of sketchy behavior. Even some, explicit encounters have got tongues wagging. Alright, so picture this Usher, the R&B sensation we all know and love. Dude spilled some serious beans during a live stream with Kevin Hart. He straight up admitted that back in the day, when he was like 14 or something, he used to crash at Diddy's crib. But hold up, it gets wilder. Usher kind of slipped up and mentioned something about sleeping with Diddy. Yeah, you heard that right too. It was all fun and games until he tried to backtrack with some no-homo talk. Talk about a plot twist that rocked the whole music world. Let's rewind a bit. So, Usher's journey into the big league started when music execs spotted his talent. Next thing you know, he's jetting off to New York City to live it up with none other than Puff Daddy himself. Yep, that's right. The dude behind Bad Boy Records. This whole thing was called Puffy Flavor Camp, and it was supposed to give Usher a taste of the high life in the music.
Well, turns out he might.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
So imagine Usher stepping into Diddy's world. It was like stepping into a whole other universe. The glitz, the glamour, the hip-hop royalty. It was all there. Usher got front row seats to the most extravagant parties, with champagne flowing like water and the fanciest cars lined up outside. It was like something out of a movie, for real, right?
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Uh-huh.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And let's not forget the celebs. Usher was mingling with the biggest names in the game. Not just musicians, but Hollywood A-listers too. But amidst all the hype and glam, there was some serious drama brewing. 50 Cent wasn't the only one calling out Diddy's antics. Usher had some stories to tell too, and boy, were they juicy. Usher quickly found himself in the mix. Despite being a young gun, he was like the little bro of the hip-hop legends, getting schooled in the game. Living with Diddy was like being part of an exclusive club where Usher got to spread his wings and explore his musical talents. It wasn't just crashing at Diddy's pad, it was like being part of the family. Diddy played the role of mentor, giving Usher the freedom to find his sound and soak up the fame scene. But it wasn't all glitz and glam. Usher saw the not-so-pretty side of fame too. Despite the lit vibes at Diddy's parties, Usher found his chill zone in the music. Late-night jam sessions, creative collabs, and endless inspiration kept his passion alive through the madness. He stayed grateful for the lessons learned at Puffy Flavor Camp. It was like his coming-of-age story, both personally and professionally, setting the stage for his epic career. But behind the glitz and glam, Usher saw some real stuff. He spilled the beans on Howard Stern, talking about Diddy's lax mentor approach and the shock when Diddy went Mia after Usher's debut album didn't blow up. And here's the tea: Usher spilled it that he wouldn't let his own kids near those wild parties. In a chat with Howard Stern, he straight up said hell no to sending his mini-me to Puffy Camp. Now, did Diddy try to shoot his shot with young Usher? That's a mystery that might stay unsolved forever. But one thing's for sure, Usher's time at Puffy Flavor Camp was a wild ride. Now let's talk about Fabolous, the Brooklyn rapper with stories for days. Dude went on IG and spilled about sneaking out of Diddy's shindigs. He even ghosted on Diddy once, dipping out while the party was still raging at 7 a.m. Fans were shook. But here's the plot twist: Diddy's parties aren't for everyone. Just ask 50 Cent, who straight up said he felt uncomfortable AF at one of them. Other celebs have hinted at some shady stuff going down at Diddy's bashes. With all this chatter, you got to wonder what really goes on behind those velvet ropes. While some found 50 Cent's blunt honesty hilarious, the start of the Drink Champs podcast hinted that Diddy was there to have a good time. His charm was on full blast, cracking jokes and sharing stories. But as the night wore on, things got a bit wild. Diddy went from calling the host daddy to going off on unexpected tangents. It was like watching a train veer off the tracks.
Yeah, I love this drink. I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
The once lively interview turned into a hot mess. The host tried to steer things back, but Diddy's drunken antics were hard to ignore. It left everyone feeling awkward and uneasy. Had Diddy let slip his true self? It's like 50 Cent and Diddy are in a never-ending beef, and things are heating up big time. Rumor has it that 50 Cent is cooking up a documentary all about Diddy's legal troubles. And you know 50 Cent, he's not one to hold back. Just recently, 50 Cent hopped on Instagram to clown Diddy about allegedly going all Hulk smash on his son's football coach with kettlebells. Yup, you heard that right. Despite their history, 50 Cent couldn't resist sharing his 2 cents on social media, and guess what? A bunch of people online are totally backing 50 Cent's play, especially with Diddy under the microscope for those allegations. While Diddy is sticking to his story, 50 Cent's on a mission to dig up some hard evidence to back up those court claims. Now, let's talk about that lawsuit settlement between Diddy and Cassie. 50 Cent wasted no time chiming in on Instagram, suggesting that Diddy coughed up some serious cash to make it all go away, then deleted the receipts. Cassie took Diddy to court, accusing him of all sorts of stuff, like physical abuse and drug use. Even though Diddy's legal team tried to shut it down, the lawsuit got dropped, and they settled out of court. But the deets on that settlement are still a big old mystery. Now there's buzz about Justin Bieber and the time he spent with Diddy. Like, Bieber's rise to fame was crazy fast, but his time with Diddy might have been a turning point. Diddy's known for helping young talent, but there's a darker side to his reputation. So what could have happened between them? And then there's the mystery of the 48 hours Bieber supposedly spent with Diddy as a teen.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some grills.
Bieber's struggles, it's got everyone wondering, was Diddy's influence a bad influence on Bieber's life and career? Moving on to Gan Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard who spilled some major tea in an interview picture this Diddy hits up a bookstore and buys a bunch of freaky stuff. Next thing you know, he's jetting off to North Carolina. Toys and toe jeans there, watching it all unfold like a real-life soap opera. But then Ja Rule drops a bomb, warning Gene not to peek behind closed doors.
It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s or nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. The dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? He said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That boot like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja's grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, You ain't want to go in that room. There's a lot of freaking going on.
Others think it's just gossip trying to drag Diddy down, but let's keep it real. Without solid proof, it's all just he said, she said. 50 Cent is also talking about how French Montana allegedly went shopping. If you catch my drift, not just with Diddy, but with Drake too. The rumor mill has been turning for ages, saying French might be more than just pals with these hip-hop heavyweights. Let's break it down. French and Diddy are tight as can be. They've been jet-setting together, hitting up exotic locales like it's nobody's business. And then there's this pic that's been making the rounds. At first glance, it's all innocent, just a couple of bros hanging out, but zoom in, and things start looking mighty cozy between Diddy and French. But wait, there's more. Diddy even went ahead and named a flavor of his vodka after French. Smooth move, right? They've been celebrating birthdays together, serenading each other like it's a scene straight out of a rom-com. But it doesn't end there. Drake swoops in on the scene, teaming up with Diddy to executive produce French's documentary. Coincidence? Maybe? But word on the street is all these favors Diddy and Drake did for French came with some serious strings attached. And what's the price of admission? Well, let's just say it involves some late-night shenanigans. Now 50's stirring the pot even more, hinting that French might be more than just a friend to Diddy and Drake. He's dropping hints about some wild parties and some even wilder allegations about French being the bottom of the totem pole, if you catch my drift. Following his Instagram post of a shirtless photo in a boxing stance, 50 Cent responded to a comment from one of his followers. The comment read, "You should hook up with French Montana." To which 50 replied, "What the heck did you just say? Nothing, man. I'm not into all that wild stuff. What do you think, I'm like Puffy or something?" But before you jump to conclusions, let's rewind a bit. French's rise to fame is straight out of a movie. Born in Morocco, he hustled his way up from the streets of the South Bronx to signing with Bad Boy Records. Diddy saw something special in him, but instead of focusing on his music, rubbing elbows with the elite, only to have things get awkward real quick. And it's not just DaBaby. Diddy's been known to cozy up to young artists before. Now, if you've been keeping tabs on the music scene, you might not be all that shocked. Diddy's got a bit of a history cozying up to up-and-comers, playing the mentor role like he did with JB. But what really goes down behind closed doors? That's the question fans have been asking, especially after Usher hinted at some sketchy stuff going on at Diddy's place. Gina Huen, a model who used to date Diddy, came forward with some serious allegations from violence to shady deals. While we were upstairs,
forward with some serious allegations from violence to shady deals.
We was upstairs and he had we were in his closet and he pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he stood over me. So I was laying on my back and he stood over me and he started punching me like this. He avoided my face, but he started punching me on the side of my head and I was just covering my face. And he did that and then after he got done doing that, he cause he was standing, his legs were in between me. So he stomped on my stomach really hard and I took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe and he kept hitting me and I was pleading to him can you stop? I can't breathe. And he stopped for a little bit. He grabbed my hair from the back and was punching the back of my head.
Now, remember Jonathan A., the former escort? He dropped some serious bombs back in 2018, alleging he was practically held captive by Diddy and Cassie. He's claiming some wild stuff in a police interview that's gone viral, like he's saying he had multiple hookups with Diddy and Cassie and even called himself their slave.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with people and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did Mark Eros and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy. Gotcha. It's possible. I'm not sure.
Okay, I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for herpes. Mark Eros and Beans were his attorneys, okay? Christopher Neon here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy, I'm not sure. Oh, but it doesn't stop there.
Yeah. Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
And he's throwing DJ Khaled and Rick Ross into the mix, saying they're gay. Yeah, Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies. Okay? They're gay, both Diddy and Ross, and see, they're all gay eyes also claiming Diddy paid him a fat stack to keep quiet about all this.
But here's where it gets even crazier. There are rumors that Jonathan might not be around anymore.
Now, I ain't saying any of this is legit. Like, dude also said Jimi Hendrix is chilling in Cuba, so take it with a grain of salt. But here's where it gets even crazier. There are rumors that Jonathan might not be around anymore, fueling suspicions that maybe Diddy silenced him. With all these accusations flying around, it's like we've opened up a Pandora's box of chaos. It all started with Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, pulling back the curtain on their relationship, and it's not pretty. She's dropped bombshells left and right, alleging control, violence, and worse. In her lawsuit, Cassie didn't hold back. She accused Diddy of putting his hands on her multiple times and even pressuring her into some seriously messed up situations. And get this, she demanded a whopping $30 million from Diddy, threatening to spill even more tea in a tell-all book if she doesn't get her way. And it's not just Cassie. Lil Rod, a producer who worked with Diddy, is jumping into the legal battle too. He's alleging manipulation and some seriously shady stuff going down behind the scenes. Lil Rod's lawsuit is dropping bombshells left and right, with evidence like photos, recordings, and more. He's even demanding $30 million from Diddy, claiming he was mistreated and exploited. But it doesn't stop there. Lil Rod's dragging in big names from the entertainment biz, claiming it's all part of a racketeering scheme. He's not holding back, alleging assault from Cuba Gooding Jr., and even pointing fingers at Diddy's crew for brushing off complaints. Firstly, there's the infamous studio incident that sparked a downhill spiral between Diddy and Lil Rod. Allegations surfaced about a studio shooting involving Diddy's son, and Lil Rod claimed Diddy told him to lie to the cops about the incident. The lawsuit even alleges that Diddy or his son were involved in the shooting, leaving Lil Rod with blood-stained clothes from assisting the victim. And we can't forget the main focus of that lawsuit, the Meek Mill affair allegations. But here's where it gets spicy with the lawsuit drama. So in the public documents, no names were directly mentioned, but you know how the internet sleuths are, they're quick. Suddenly, Meek Mill and Usher's names started swirling around, not because they're being accused of anything but because of some juicy redactions in those legal papers. The document hints at a rapper redacted hanging out with underage girls and sex workers. And then it drops the bomb, a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Now cue the wild speculations who's from Philly and once dated Nicki? Yep, Meek Mill fits the bill. Now, Cassie's lawsuit is a bombshell in itself, alleging control, violence, and beatings by Diddy.
Forcing her to have to male prostitutes. How do you feel about him making her search for prostitutes who were dark-skinned with big black penises? That's literally what he made her search for.
I mean, that's what he into.
Guys, I keep telling y'all the nigga been battling with this homosexuality shit way before all this shit came out. Y'all be, you know, you motherfuckers like always saying, and you too, John, Reggie be lying, Reggie making up shit. But if y'all go and listen to my videos before, y'all see I done spoke on all this bullshit before. Been telling y'all, Puffy Combs is a fucking homosexual.
Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for, more than I got paid for.
You felt or did you do that? Because you said felt, like
okay,
feeling.
let's clear that up then.
You saying you feeling that?
No, we're gonna keep it with, because I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth.
Okay, let's clear that up then. You're saying you feel that? No, we're going to keep it. I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I deserved.